Welcome back to the Platform Guide series. In this video, we'll walk you through global settings, your central location for managing your preferences, alerts, user roles, vehicle profiles, and more. If you're just joining us, be sure to check out the earlier videos in the series. Let's get started. To access the global settings, click on the settings gear in the upper right corner of the platform. Then select Global Settings from the menu. You'll use the same entry point throughout this video to access each of the features we'll be covering. The first stop in the global settings is My Preferences. This section manages the personal settings for the user that is currently logged in. Under User Info, you can change your full name and email, but the username cannot be changed. Below the user info, you'll find two display preference settings that control how information is shown to you across the platform. The distance measurement lets you choose between imperial miles or metric kilometers depending on your preference. The temperature setting allows the user to select Fahrenheit or Celsius. These preferences are personal to your account and will not affect how other users see data on the platform. Once any changes are made, be sure to save them before moving on. The General section is primarily used for company-wide ELD configurations, including default hours of service rules, carrier information, and sub-status options such as personal conveyance and yard moves. Most users will not need to make changes in this area. Vehicle section is where you manage your profile for every vehicle in your fleet. From the global settings, click the vehicles on the left side panel. The vehicle list displays each vehicle along with its make and model and assigned facility. You can sort alphabetically by facility or by color. You can search for a specific vehicle or toggle Show Archive to include inactive vehicles. Clicking on a vehicle opens its profile, which covers all key vehicle details, including identification, facility and group assignment, driver assignment, and operational status. Scrolling down further, you'll find compliance and maintenance fields such as registration, inspection dates, DVIR form assignment, and license plate information, as well as physical specifications and vehicle feature options. Any alert currently active for the vehicle also displays on this page. When all changes are complete, click the Save Changes. The driver section is where you can manage driver profiles for everyone in your fleet. From the global settings, click Drivers on the left side panel. The driver list displays each driver's name, their currently assigned vehicle, and their facility. You can sort the list alphabetically or by facility. Use the Find a Driver search bar to locate someone quickly. If you need to view drivers who are no longer active, you can click the Show Inactive to include them in the list. To add a new driver, click the plus button in the top of the page. Click on any driver to open their profile. The profile is split into two panels, driver info on the left and the in-cabin device settings on the right. The driver profile includes all personal contact details, licensing, and compliance information for the driver, along with their in-cabin device configurations for the Field Warrior and Drive Shield applications. To deactivate a driver who is no longer with your organization, click the Deactivate button at the bottom of the profile. When all changes have been made, click Save Changes to apply them. The Alerts and Notifications section is where you configure automated notifications to keep you informed about your vehicle and driver activity. From the global settings, click the Alert and Notifications tab on the left panel. This will display your list of currently configured alerts. From this screen, you can view all of the alert types. You can edit an existing alert by clicking the bar that contains the alert's information to open and modify it, or within the alert, you can delete the alert as well. When you add or edit an alert, a configuration panel will expand, showing the alert settings. We'll use the road level speeding alert as an example. Here's how an alert is configured. First, you would rename the alert. Next, update the alert threshold. The if-then logic format makes it simple to set up. If the speed is above the condition, that triggers the alert. In this example, set the speed threshold, and the speed is above field to specify the maximum speed before an alert is generated. Then the send alert to SMS or email field, enter phone number or email address that will receive the notification when the condition is met. And/or option to send alert to the user. Click Select to choose a user. Apply it to choose specific platform users who should be notified. These recipients are separate from the SMS email recipients above. When an alert is triggered, selected users will see a notification appear in the alert bell icon in the platform's notification area, giving them real-time visibility of alert activity directly within the platform. Require response. Check this box if the alert requires an acknowledgement from the recipient before it can be dismissed. This alert applies to the following groups, and vehicle setting is listed at the bottom of the alert. Click Edit to specify which groups or individual vehicles this alert applies to. Alerts can be configured to include your entire fleet, specific groups, or even individual vehicles. And you can make this alert private by checking this option at the bottom of the screen if you want the alert to be visible only to you and not to other standard users. Administrators will be able to see the alerts as well. Once all settings are configured, click Save Changes to activate the alert. Depending on the alert type selected, the available thresholds and configuration options may vary. Some alerts will have additional or different settings compared to the example shown here. The Portal Users section is where you manage platform access for everyone on your team. From the global settings, click the Portal Users tab to display your list of active users. Use the search bar to find a specific user. Click their name to open their profile. To create a new user, click the New User option. At the top, the number of available users is shown on the screen. Contact your provider if you need to expand this limit. You will need to fill in the full name, the email, and the password. Preferences and format preference. You can set the user's preferred units and date format. Select the user's supervisor and if this user will be an administrator. Administrator can create and modify users. Standard users cannot change their own permissions and must request updates from an administrator. You can assign the user as a driver behavior coach and select which drivers they supervise and optionally enable to edit other drivers' events to allow them to verify events across unassigned drivers. User permissions set feature-level access for the user. These may require scrolling when the section is opened. The user role, you can assign a pre-configured user role if one has been created. The user must have a group assigned in the permissions. Without this group, they will not see any vehicles on the platform. User roles lets you create reusable permissions templates to apply across multiple users. To create a user role, go to the Manage User Roles, click Add a New Role, enter a name and check the appropriate permissions, and then click Save Changes. To manage an existing role, you simply select a role from the list and adjust the permissions and save. You click Deactivate to retire a role entirely. Individual permissions assigned outside of a user role will always override the role and will persist even if the role is later removed. The vehicle camera section is where you manage your fleet's camera settings and configure how camera events are captured and reported. We'll cover this feature in much greater detail in a dedicated video, but here's a quick overview of what you'll find. At the top of the page, you'll find the option to download the Vehicle Camera Offline Reader, a tool that allows you to extract and view recorded footage directly from a camera's SD card, even without an internet connection. Below that, the Vehicle Camera Default Settings section contains two key areas. The general settings allow you to control privacy settings, such as enabling or disabling the driver-facing camera, toggling driver video recording, and adjusting the in-cab audio notification volume for real-time driver alerts. The event type configuration is a comprehensive table of all camera and driver behavior event types, such as distracted driving, driver fatigue, following distance warning, and speed limit violations, among others. For each event type, you can configure whether an event is generated, set the alert format, video or non-video, enable in-cab audio notifications, adjust sensitivity levels, set minimum speed and duration thresholds, and apply special conditions. We'll walk through each of these settings in detail in the vehicle cameras video. For now, click Save Changes anytime you make an update to this page. The driver scorecard section is where you'll configure how driver performance is measured and scored across your fleet. We'll cover this feature in much greater detail in a dedicated video, but here's a quick overview of what you'll find. At the top of the page, you can toggle the scorecard mode between driver or by vehicle, depending on how you want performance to be tracked and reported. The scorecard is a fully customizable scoring system that gives fleet managers complete control over how driver performance is measured. Categories, event types, and their weighing system can be tailored to reflect your company's priorities and policies. For each event type, you can fine-tune 4 settings using adjustable sliders. The event sensitivity controls how heavily each event impacts the driver's score on a scale of 0 to 100. The self-coaching threshold sets the number of events per day that trigger a self-coaching prompt for the driver. When this threshold is reached, drivers are notified through the DriveShield app, where they can view their event notification and monitor their own score in real time, empowering drivers to take an active role in improving their own performance. Driver training threshold sets the number of events per week that flags the driver for formal training. And lastly, the coaching by manager threshold sets the number of events per month that escalates the driver for manager-led coaching. We'll walk through each of these settings in detail in the driver scorecard video. For now, click Save Changes anytime you make updates to this page. The final section in the global settings is facial recognition. This paid upgrade adds an additional layer of driver identification to your fleet management workflow. When enabled, the platform uses camera technology to capture and match driver images automatically. A few important things to note. A driver must already be created in the platform before a facial recognition profile can be assigned to them. An administrator can review captured images and either verify or reject the match, ensuring the correct driver is accurately assigned to each image. This feature is covered in more detail in its own dedicated video. If you're interested in adding facial recognition to your account, reach out to your administrator or provider for upgrade options. And that's a wrap on global settings. Now you know how to configure alerts, manage users and permissions, set up and apply user roles, and keep your vehicle profiles up to date with even more features available as your needs grow. If you have any questions or need additional support, reach out to your administrator or check the help documentation. Thanks for watching.